President Donald Trump's controversial policies have been hitting the LGBTQ community very, very hard.
That there are only two genders, male and female.
As this conversation sparks debate once again, I couldn't help but wonder, is sexual orientation purely a choice? How much of a say do you have or not have?
Do you think that your sexuality preference was influenced more by nature or nurture?
It's hard to say. I didn't realize I'm gay since a young age until I go for high school. More like natural and kind of, yeah.
I feel like nature. I feel like this is how I was born, on the inside, then that's really what mattered to me. Much more than if you were a boy or a girl or, what clothes you had to wear.
Hey divas! Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the science behind sexuality. Is homosexuality rooted in genetic, or is it shaped by the external factor? Let's break it down. In ancient Greece, Sappho, a passionate poet from Lesbos, captured the heart of many with her beautiful verses. Celebrated for her love of women, she defines norms, making her an iconic figure in LGBTQ+ history. In a world of 195 nations, over 30 now celebrate love through legal same-sex marriage. This marks a vibrant shift towards equality. Over the years, researchers have investigated whether there is a so-called gay genes. Back in 1993, geneticist Dean Hammer's research identified a linkage between male homosexuality and the XQ28 region of the X chromosome. A follow-up study in 2014 reinforced these findings, adding that chromosome 8 also plays a role in male sexual orientation. However, more recent and larger studies have failed to find strong, replicable evidence to support this claim. This genome-wide associate study analyzed nearly 500,000 individuals and found that there was no single genes that determine orientation. There were multiple genetic variants that link back to the same-sex behavior. The research suggests that genetic influence accounts for about 8 to 25% of variation in sexual orientation, meaning that while genes contribute, they do not act alone, or there isn't a single so-called gay gene. Also, it is important to know that these studies highlight genetic markers associated with same-sex attraction. They do not prove determinism. Instead, they suggest that there are biological and environmental factors that play a crucial role. So, beyond genetic, research has explored how biological and environmental factors contribute to sexual orientation. Some of the most compelling research suggests that prenatal conditions, hormone influences, and birth order may shape sexual orientation. One of the most well-known findings is the fraternal birth order effect, a phenomenon studied extensively by Ray Belanger in 2006. His research found that males with older biological brothers are more likely to be gay. This effect is thought to result from a maternal immune response to male-specific protein during the pregnancy, gradually increasing the likelihood that subsequent male children will exhibit same-sex attraction. The study provides strong evidence that biological factors in the womb can influence sexual orientation. Another significant studies conducted in 2010 by Garcia and Schwab examined the role of prenatal hormones in shaping sexual orientations. Their research found structural differences in hypothalamus between heterosexual and homosexual individuals, suggesting that hormone exposure in the womb plays a crucial role in sexual development and orientation. The implication is that sexual orientation is influenced, at least in part, by biological conditions present before birth. Beyond biological and prenatal influence, social and cultural factors also play a significant role in shaping the sexual orientation.
I feel like social media encourage more people in the closet. There's a lot of gay or, LGBTQ+, they not come out yet. Social media will encourage people to come out and, proud to be gay or whatever, yeah.
Not at all.
I think it's built in from the beginning. You can't make someone gay, you can't unmake them gay. Like in 2025, we're still
having this discussion.
having a discussion about it. But to me, it always comes down to ideology.
Studies have shown that individuals growing up in a digital age, known as digital native, are profoundly influenced by their social interactions and identity formation. The rise of social media has contributed to an increased visibility and representation of diverse sexual identities. However, this does not imply that social exposure alone determine orientations, but rather that it shapes awareness and exploration and opportunities. Culture also definitely plays a part. Religious versus irreligious, conservative versus liberal, leading to a complex interaction between identity, social expectation, and personal experiences. The impact of childhood experiences and familial structures has also been explored in research. I know people suggest that single-parent household or childhood trauma may influence overall identity formation, but there is no conclusive evidence or study linkage these factors directly to sexual orientation. So what does all this mean? Homosexuality isn't a simple matter of choice. It's a complex mix of genetic markers, prenatal conditions, biological responses, and social environments in which an individual grew up. So next time someone says sexuality is just a choice, remind them it's a mix of nature and nurture. What are your thoughts? Drop a comment below and don't forget to like, subscribe for more deep dive into science, society, and everything in between. If you're in the community, high five. If you're not, show some love. Give us a like. See you next time.